Alright guys, this is it. Let's talk about my top 10 films of 2015. This is the first time I've actually sat down and made a list of my favorite films of the year. It is so difficult. I'm constantly second guessing myself because there are so many great movies to choose from, but what I did was I listed out 1 through 20. Now before I keep going, I first want to list off a bunch of movies that I legitimately think would be contenders for the top 10 list, but unfortunately I haven't seen them yet. I haven't had time. But I want you to know what they are, so if you're like, where the hell is this? Well, it's because I haven't seen it. So here we go. Potential contenders for the top 10 list of 2015, had I seen them, are as follows. Bone Tomahawk, Amy, Carol, The Tribe, Eden, The Stanford Prison Experiment, Clouds of Sils Maria, both of those I gotta see, they look awesome. Mommy and Tom at the Farm, both of those look great. Great director, young guy. About Ellie, Victoria, Kamiko the Treasure Hunter, and ridiculously and tragically, Beasts of No Nation. I know, I'm working on it. And movies 11 through 20, those are gonna be my honorable mentions. I'm gonna list those off right now. Don't read into the order is just alphabetical. So, here we go. My honorable mentions are The Big Short, Brooklyn, Cartel Land, Creed, Man from U.N.C.L.E., The Martian, Movement and Location, The Revenant, Welcome to Leith, and What We Do in the Shadows. But all that being said, let's get into my top 10 of 2015. This is actually in order from 10 to 1, least favorite to favorite. Let's get to it, man. I'm stoked. I feel good about this list. Let's go. Let's talk about it. All right, number 10. I got Anomalisa. This movie is, I think, borderline a masterpiece. I want to see it a second time before I really commit to that word. But this movie is so wonderfully written, acted, directed. What goes into making this movie on a technical level, it blows my mind. I really think that this should have been nominated for Best Picture, and there's an argument to be made that it should have won Best Picture of the Year. So that's my number 10. At number 9, I got Spotlight. Talk about an ensemble cast, man. I mean, this cast is incredible. Everyone in this deserves consideration to be nominated. I loved watching this investigative journalism unfold. It reminded me of The Insider, All the President's Men, and it's up there with them. It's a great film. At number 8, I have Ex Machina. Now here's the thing about this. I saw Ex Machina back in early 2015. Loved the first 80% of it. Last 20%, the ending, totally didn't work for me. But upon second viewing, now that I had a better understanding of kind of where it's going to go, because I'd seen the movie, it worked for me, and as a result, I love this movie. The acting's incredible. I wish Alicia Vikander got a Best Supporting nomination for this movie. Then I have Steve Jobs at number 7. I personally think that Michael Fassbender's going to win Best Actor at the Oscars this year. God love you, Leo. You'll get it at some point. I'm not worried about you. You'll get it. If Kate Winslet wins as well, that's totally fine with me, but my God, Academy. Why didn't Aaron Sorkin get a nomination for Best Original or Best Adapted Screenplay, whichever it was? Are you nuts? I thought his screenplay was phenomenal. I mean, Jesus, it's the spine of this whole movie. Without this screenplay that Aaron Sorkin put together, this movie doesn't work. I don't care how good the performances are. It just doesn't work. I also got to say Danny Boyle did a great job of directing this movie. I love the long takes. I like his his style. You know his style if you've seen his movies, and it's very much infused into this movie. He really kind of smoothed out this movie into making it not just a stage play. This really could just be a stage play, but he turned it into a movie, a film, and I gotta give him major props. And at number 6, I have an indie film called Faults. This is a personal favorite of mine. My favorite genre, if I had to choose one, is indie psychological thriller. I just like, and this is right down that alley. It's got such a quirkiness to it. It's weird. It is weird at times. I mean, really strange. But it's funny. It's kooky. It's wacky. I love this movie. If you haven't seen it, go see it. I don't want to even spoil anything for you. Just go see this movie. It's on Netflix. All right, let's keep going. Halfway through, number 5, a little indie film. I don't know why I wanted to do this, but I did. The film is They Look Like People. I know. Talk about anticlimactic. You have no idea what the hell that movie is, do you? understandably so. I didn't. Now, technically, I don't think this movie comes out until this year. But I saw it in October at the Chicago International Film Festival, so it's a 2015 film to me. We're talking about it. You know what? No, I'm not going to tell you anything about this movie. I can't, because I feel like it's in your best interest. I mean that. Trust me, I want to talk to you about this movie. So whenever you see it, please, for the love of God, comment. I'll call you up. All I'll say about it is that this is a buddy reunion movie, and it plays out kind of like a dramedy, but then there's this big helping of sci-fi thriller horror that just scooped onto it. And it's great. I love this movie. Go see it. Alright, so I'm going to speed through these a little bit because I've basically done reviews on all these movies, but let's do it. Let's go through it quick. Plus my battery's running out on my camera. So that's a problem. At number 4, I have Star Wars The Force Awakens. This was a lovely flick. Sure, it's imperfect. Yes, it's kind of a rehash of A New Hope. There's also some writing flaws, and some of the characters aren't fully developed. But look, this is the first film of a trilogy. We're going to get answers. Let's just wait to see what happens with Episode 8, with Rian Johnson. I can't wait to see what he does. You know what? That's the point. This movie got me excited about the Star Wars franchise again, and got me excited about Star Wars Episode 8. That right there, to me, is it did its job. Way to go, JJ. At number 3, I have Mad Max Fury Road. This frickin' movie is one of the best action movies I've ever seen. This movie is just a frickin' hell-bent thrill ride. This movie's nuts. This movie's out of its frickin' mind. And that's part of its charm. Listen, when you think about how, a director makes a wonderful drama that really, amplifies the dramatic elements of a drama, that's what George Miller did with this movie. He took his property from 30 years ago, kept his style, the heart of that movie, and then just amplified it and blew it up exponentially, took it to a whole nother level. This movie is nuts. It's insane. It is the epitome of insane, and I loved it for all of that. In fact, I'm going to go watch Mad Max right now. It's on HBO Go. I'm going to go watch it right now. I'm serious. At number 2, I have Sicario. I'm never not tense when I watch this movie. I love this movie. It's not my favorite of Denis Villeneuve, or however you pronounce his name. But you know what? That's like saying The Godfather is not my favorite Francis Ford Coppola movie, because The Godfather Part 2 is my favorite Coppola movie. Alright, kids. This is it. This is it. This is the big time. This is number 1 of 2015 for me. It was a hard choice to make. It was a 3-way fight between Sicario, Mad Max, and this movie. But at the end of the day, I had to... I wanted to use an action-based way of ranking my movies, and that's how I base my grading scale. I like to let my actions dictate the score or rank that I give, and the reality is, I saw It Follows 6 times in theaters. That is my favorite film of 2015. How could it not be? I haven't seen Sicario and Mad Max in theaters combined as much as I saw It Follows. This is such a delightful, fun, 80s throwback, Carpenter feel style, horror film. I love this. It's charming as hell. It's funny. It's endearing. It's scary. There's a hallway scene with a really tall dude that freaked me the hell out. It literally kept me up the night that I saw that movie. The score is phenomenal. Is it a horror masterpiece? I don't know. I don't know. And who the hell am I to say? And why would I care one way or another? I watch this movie on a monthly basis, and I never get tired of it. It's my favorite horror film in recent memory. By God, it's my favorite film of 2015. Guys, that's my list. It took a while, but that's my list. Take it or leave it, but what do you guys think? Let me know down in the comment section. I want to know what your top 10 favorite films of 2015 are. Let's talk about it. And guys, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And do me a favor, if you like this video, hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to my YouTube channel. That way you'll get updates whenever I post new videos, so we can do this again soon. I'll check you later.
Check you later. Check you later.
Hey, man, get off my case.
Oh, man. Chicks don't want to hear that shit.